All right, started recording here now, and hopefully everything else works. Anyway, good afternoon. My name is Rocco. I'm here at the office. I'm going to give you the briefing for the week. It's kind of a complex scenario, and we'll go through it. And then at the end, I'll stop the recording and then ask for any questions you may have. And then always feel free to call us after if you think of one after the discussion, and we'll try to answer as best we can. And let's see, starting this overview today. Pretty much rain for just about all the lowland locations with snow above roughly 4,000 to 6,000 feet mean sea level. That's been gradually rising through the day. It's caused some of the lower elevation streams, like in the Moscow area, to go up a little bit, but nothing exceeding flood stage or anything like that. Tuesday through Thursday, again, just rain returns. It's a very warm weather pattern here. One of the things I did put in parentheses there, and I want to discuss it, but I also want to emphasize that we're not really expecting considerable impacts from it. But we do have isolated and brief light freezing rain in the east slopes of the northern Cascade Valleys for tomorrow morning. That would be Winthrop, Leavenworth, and maybe some of those locations, maybe even Wenatchee, but it's going to be pretty light. The main thing is we're transitioning to rain throughout the day Tuesday, so that would make it less of an impact. So it's going to happen, but it's not, something that we're going to bang the drum about and make it into a significant event. So it's just there, recognize that it will happen, but again, the main emphasis is going to transition the rain and mitigate any problems that it'll cause. And then the heaviest rain that we're expecting is Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and then tomorrow night. And then I have a windy for Thanksgiving on Thursday. We'll go over that. And then Friday and Saturday we get a little bit of a break. It's drier and cooler, but still pretty cloudy. And then Saturday night into Sunday into next week, we've got more rain. One of the concerns is we try to point out the impacts. We have snow that may snow over the mountain passes Sunday and Monday is a concern for the return Thanksgiving travel, and as those days come closer, we'll maybe be able to evaluate that a little bit better. This is a graphic I put together. Hopefully it's not too busy. It's just trying to show how much snow we have around the area. I went around the snow-tell sites, and if you see, I put the little legend in the middle because there's no snow in most lower elevations. Moscow Mountain, which caused there near Paradise Creek in Pullman, has about 7 inches of snow this morning, and I expected it lost quite a bit of it. And then when I went through the ski reports around the area, generally a lot of the lowland locations, near 4,000 feet have between like 10 and 30 inches of snow. And then a little bit higher, between 5,500 to 6,500, there's like between 20 to 50 inches of snow. And then even some locations, higher than that up in you can kind of see here where if I move my cursor in the north parts of these slopes of the Cascades, and then up in these northern parts of the Selkirks, it's hinting at even near 50 to 75 inches of snow, which is quite a bit. And it's very fresh snow. The snow water equivalent is very low. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is the weather pattern is very wet. And the nice thing about having a low snow water equivalent in that snowpack is that it can absorb a lot of the rainfall that's coming through like a sponge. So that's why we're not banging the drum in terms of any type of flooding on main stem rivers or anything like that. The snowpack is not going to let that happen. But the weather pattern here right now shows it's quite busy. We've got a current system low going through eastern Washington right now that's kind of caused the rain. And like I said, the Paradise Creek there by the Moscow Pullman area had a nice run to about 7 feet, and then it went down. It was still below flood stage, but it's always kind of interesting to see how these rivers and creeks respond to the rain. And then we've got the second system that I have pointing here for Tuesday night and Wednesday. It's just systems that are digging on this big plume of moisture, kind of like a fire hose that's going to stream quite a bit of moisture in their area. And then we're going to have a cold front kind of come through Thursday night with the third system here that I've kind of, or at least associated with it, off the coast there. Warmer than normal Thanksgiving. One of the a group of forecasters that worked on this graphic last night and put it on our social media, I felt it was worth kind of re-emphasizing. I think we even increased the temperature for Thursday for Thanksgiving to let's see here if I got it here, to 57. So we raised it up even more, and they did all the legwork. I didn't do it, But they researched it. In fact, they're calling for the warmest Thanksgiving Day according to a search of the climate records. So the previous Thanksgivings peaked with a high of 55 in the years 2014, 1998, and 1883. So we're calling for a record warm Thanksgiving. The benefits of that is, there's not very much snow in the valleys and lower elevations, and a lot of the passes will be snow-free, which makes for the pleasant travel conditions. And this is where we try to hash out all the impacts here. Again, today we've got the mountain snow, moderate, but then when we go to these lows for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we've got the rain and the high mountain snow for tomorrow, but that snow level is just continuing to go up pretty high, near 8 to 10,000 feet in Wednesday and the Thursday. So we've just got rain mentioned in the forecast. That's why I'm not even going to show a snow graphic, because there's really no snow. But again, when I showed you that graphic of the snowpack up there, that snow up there will absorb a lot of this rainfall. So you'll see us, bumps on the rivers. You'll see increased stream flows, but we're not anticipating any type of significant flooding at all from this, just increases in stream flow. We've got breezy winds with a front coming through the backside of that third storm for Thursday that I have mentioned here, but the impacts are still low. It's just when we get in the Friday and Saturday, we get kind of a break. The snow level lowers a bit. Maybe this, Friday, the cooling might cause some concerns where the snow might start to, impact maybe roadways to a minor degree. And then I guess the return travel on Sunday and Monday, we have to kind of look out and kind of make sure that might, how that hashes out. So that's kind of what we wanted to discuss there. And then the gusty winds on Thursday, again, compared to last week, they're not really all that big, but they are on during Thanksgiving Day, so that is a change. If anybody has any unsecured lawn furniture or, trash cans might get kind of knocked over, but, those are pretty minimal impacts in my eyes. Sunday and the next week, we've got rain. Again, that's discussing those impacts in the mountain passes. The highest impact weather in the Thanksgiving return travel is expected there on the Sunday and Monday part, and then the remainder of next week, just warm and potentially wet and unsettled. This slide I meant to kind of have it segment to you, but it didn't. But it just repeats the impacts again. We've got the light freezing rain in the East Slopes, North Cascades Tuesday morning. Again, I want to address it, but I also want to minimize what we think is going to happen there. Again, it's the transition to rain should mitigate any of the significant issues that are associated with it. So it's going to happen, but it's not a horrible, super critical freezing rain event that we're talking about. So that's why I keep repeating that. The increased stream flow, again, peaking Thursday and Friday, so you'll see it increase, but no main stem flooding expected. Thanksgiving Day, the most significant impacts I'm thinking there are tipped over trash cans, and if anybody has their lawn furniture left out, still that might be something to look at. And then again, the impacts Sunday and Monday, the return Thanksgiving travel might be something to hash out and look a little bit closer at, because we could have snow in the passes that people have to traverse. The 8 to 14-day outlook suggests just this because it's got warmer temperatures, so it's keeping it out of the valleys in most lowland elevations where most of the people live. The precipitation signal is kind of inconclusive there. It's just calling for an equal chance. And I meant to fix this above average precip. It actually just means near normal. I missed that part. Stay informed. Like us on Facebook, like us on Twitter, like us on YouTube. And if you have any questions, I will stop this recording and answer them as best I can. Thank you for listening. Let's see here.